Somebody say something, please.
I think you just did.
Hot or not? We are hot. Monday morning on the Sunrise Extra. After wrapping up the television program, we like to do more. We don't feel like the TV show is enough. We like to do extra. We bring you this. We are on the Facebook and the YouTube streams today talking about Nina's assignment on this Monday morning. So the three of us, we did our thing. We held down the fort in the studio all morning, and Nina was out live there in Cascade Locks.
She was having fun.
And there she still is, live this morning in Cascade Locks.
What's up, guys?
You had a great report this morning in what is the latest installment of your Oregon In-Season series. So I thought we should probably start with getting people up to speed on what the heck this Oregon In-Season series is.
Very good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yes. So Oregon In Season is, let's bring in Top Chef Portland, Sara Hauman. So Oregon In Season, we've been going around to all the different regions that you guys showcased on the show. And we started in August down in Salem, the Willamette Valley, and you chose corn as your ingredient. You made a corn arepa, right?
Yes.
And that was delicious at Chicha Brewing, so that was a special for that week.
Absolutely.
September, we just went on a fishing trip.
We did. Very fun.
What'd you make on that?
So we did a whole fried rockfish with some dulse seaweed jam, which is very abundant in the waters near Port Orford as well. Lots of delicious pickles. We kept it really simple and rustic and really wanted to feature that whole fish as the main star of the show.
So the point of this is Top Chef Portland has been so wonderful. It was filmed in a crazy year, 2020, the pandemic. You guys were getting tested every other day. The judges, you had to kind of self-quarantine while you were filming. But they got, wildfires, gosh, you name it, was going on. And it's been so great to have it in Portland, A, finally, because we're such a great food city, but B, during this hard time when so many restaurants need help and need that extra kind of boost of notoriety and farmers and everything.
Yeah, that's been the most fun part for me, is coming to places like Brigham Fish Market where we can really tell people like, hey, this is in your neighborhood. Maybe you've never stopped by. You should absolutely stop by.
Yeah.
Just kind of letting people know what's out there, and restaurants are open again. We should all be eating out at restaurants, supporting local businesses, and trying our best to make sure that restaurant economy kind of builds itself back up, because it's definitely not where it used to be, that's for sure.
Yeah. So guys, you want to know what we made today?
Sorry, they killed our microphones there for a moment, Nina. We were dying to know the answer to that very question.
Simultaneously, we said yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. So on special this week, we're at Brigham Fish Market in Cascade Locks. Sara, tell us what is in this little delicious cup.
All right, so on the bottom, we've got a little mixture of wild rice and regular short grain rice. I like to do that because I really love the flavor of wild rice, but sometimes the texture of wild rice can be a bit challenging. So I find if you cut it with, I do half and half, white rice to wild rice, and you get the flavor and you don't have that super chewy texture. Then we took our scrapings. This is all from one spine of a decent sized salmon.
Okay, so this is the part where, the fishmonger cuts off the fillets, which is what you're going to typically buy and grill at home. But then you have the spine and a bunch of the little, there's still meat on there.
There's still meat on here. This is a bunch of meat. This is probably almost a half pound of meat. So you can imagine when you are Terry processing a bunch of fish here at the fish market,
Come on in,
you
Terry.
end up having so much of stuff like this. And when we were discussing a recipe, I wanted to utilize this, because this is what's going to change the world. No,
but it's using all the parts.
It's using all the parts, and I think it's thinking about how to eat sustainably in a really smart way, a really cost-effective way, very delicious way.
So what she did is she took that salmon and kind of, with a bunch of other ingredients, made a salmon meatball, essentially.
So pretty much I take this salmon, I spice it up, I add an egg, I add some breadcrumbs, and then we pulse it in the food processor until it looks kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't look very appetizing, I'll be honest, but it looks pretty much like meatball mix. You make some meatballs. The other part is that after we scrape the bones, I use those bones to make this broth. So it's the salmon bones. We've got some onion, ginger.
I want to show you guys. This is the broth that she's cooking up. This is for the day, so you guys can come. Terry, right? Come here today. Terry is a little apprehensive because she has a famous top chef in her kitchen this morning. And there are a lot of wonderful other things on the menu, so she's going fancy this week. Making this broth. This is going to cook down, and that's what's going to be in there. So.
Absolutely. And then the rice will soak up all that liquid the more it sits in there, so it really isn't, it's more than just a soup.
You guys think you could, cook something like this at home, Drew, Brenda?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely,
if you
right.
bring back the recipe, I'm 100% in. So the fish market, is it just a restaurant or is it actually part fish market where we could buy something there or we have to go somewhere else?
It is. Eric, I don't know how well you can step around this. I was going to maybe show them the front of the market super quick.
Oh, cool.
You want to follow me out front?
Yeah. Let's get a
This
tour.
is what I dreamed of doing, and we can do this on Extra.
Can you replace the hole in the wall?
Oh my God.
All right, Nina. No more
We'll pay for that. We'll pay for that. Okay, so come on out here, because yes, it is they open at 10 a.m. We've already gotten calls from people who've seen them on the show this morning. That is the menu: fish and chips, sturgeon, salmon, Alaskan halibuts, shrimp, all kinds of po' boys too, quesadillas. So you can come here and order lunch and dinner. And then they have the fish case will be stocked. And Terry, gosh, you just got done with the fall salmon run.
Yes.
Those are what, 18-hour days you were saying?
Some days, not all of them.
Yeah.
Some days are shorter than others.
How many pounds do you typically catch in a day?
Peak of the season, we can do a few thousand pounds.
A few thousand pounds.
Yeah,
Wow.
but we've got more gear out there than some people, and yeah, we're busy I go up to Boardman to catch upriver brights, and then bring them back here. When you were looking at the menu, I have to say that I ran out of sturgeon.
Okay.
I won't have any until February because that's the season.
Everything is fresh, you guys, so some things are, it's the time for it, and other times it's not, and that's how you know everything is so fresh. So yes, it's a takeaway market or a sit down and eat.
Now, next question. During the TV show this morning, you had that cool kitchen hack. Chef Sara took the meat off the spine of that salmon with a big spoon, and you started wrapping.
Yep.
From like the 1990s, Nina. I like big spoons or something like that. But anyway, is it possible? Do we have like the materials there to recreate that same hack or no?
We clean. They're asking if we can scrape the bones again. We cleaned it up.
We cleaned them already.
Cleaned them. How about this? While you're walking, Nina, I'm going to ask one more question. Is there
Yes.
any kitchen hack that Chef Sara can demonstrate with the materials that are present in that kitchen right now? Any kitchen hack at all that she thinks would be cool?
Chef Sara, what is a good kind of kitchen hack? Maybe for this, they loved the scraping. The spoon is big.
I know, the
spoon
scraping is big. It is on my Instagram. I did like a little video.
Cool.
That's right.
I
She
did a
made this at
video
home.
of a very similar recipe, mostly meatball.
Yeah.
Like a Spanish style meatball.
You just need the
Anyways,
big spoon.
Yeah, but you just need a big spoon.
Yeah,
You
that's
need
probably-
something that has like a sharp edge, but you don't want to use a knife because if you use a knife, you're probably gonna splinter the bones. So you just, we'll take this over here. So if you press down with a spoon, you're gonna be able to get the flesh without breaking the bones.
Huh.
Obviously, you don't want any bones in there in your little salmon cakes, but I'm sure there's a rogue splinter bone in there, but we're gonna buzz it up in the food process. Bones are good for you. Don't worry about it.
I'll risk it. I'll risk it. So,
So
Nina,
you guys, come and try. I mean, anyone watching, like, this just looks delicious. It's supporting local fishermen, fisherwomen. What's the proper term?
Fisher person. I have no idea. Fisher people. Fishers, yeah.
Is that what people go with? Okay.
Fisher people.
Call me fisherman.
Yeah.
So Nina, can I ask? So is this?
I mean, it just means that we're.
Go ahead, Rod.
No, I was gonna, so I'm picturing Cascade Locks in my mind. Is this right on the main drag on the riverside on the what I would call to be the west end of Cascade Locks?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get off the freeway, and come down. You go under the bridge, and right after you go under the bridge, on the left-hand side is Brigham Fish Market. You're right,
Okay,
on the
yeah.
river side.
Yeah.
And you can't miss it. It's kind of log cabin style out front, big sign, and they have outdoor tables to eat. But yeah, it's going to be, I think, really special to come get some local salmon and try a new recipe. You can even print it off. Sarah provided everybody with the recipe, so it's on our story at kgw.com.
And Nina, you have to talk more about Terry because you profiled her during our newscast, and she has such a rich heritage. How did you guys meet? How did you come to profile her?
So Terry, I want to kind of show people some of your family photos up here really quick, because we were telling people, yeah, today is not Columbus Day, even though it says it on, you know, a lot of desk calendars. And Oregon is officially Indigenous Peoples Day, and I'm unpinning this so I can hear from you. But show us, describe some of these photos up here, because this is all your family.
Yeah, it's my mom's dad on that far left one, my grandpa. He's been gone for a while.
Is that Celilo Falls?
Yes, that is Celilo Falls.
And these are the wooden scaffolds that
Yes.
used to be there before the Dalles Dam kind of flooded that over. And then these are all the sturgeon.
Yes, that's my grandpa on the left, my uncle Tom, the middle, and my dad, Robert Brigham, kneeling down. And that's Celilo as well. He said, well, yeah, he said that, Celilo area.
So you guys are at least 4 generations. 4 generations
Yeah.
of fishing here.
Yeah.
What about your kids? Are they going to continue this?
Oh my gosh, yes. They love it. They absolutely love it. They enjoy it. They can't wait to get out there.
We do have a question for Chef Terry back here at the studio, Nina.
Oh, okay,
love
go
that
ahead. They have a
old
question
footage.
for you, Terry. Go ahead.
Rod was talking earlier about one of his favorite food stops there in Cascade Locks being the East Wind Drive-In. Is Chef Terry familiar with the East Wind Drive-In, and does she approve of the burgers there as well?
Okay, so our fast food aficionado meteorologist Rod Hill. Tell me again. It's called the
East Wind Drive-In.
East Wind Driving.
East Wind Drive-In. He says the burgers are good. What do you think?
They're good. I have them for breakfast on occasion.
He couldn't
why it's
remember the
called
name of the
East Wind?
place. He just said the burgers were good.
It used to be called Marie's from the owner.
Yes, that's
Well,
right.
the east wind blew down the sign, so they put it back up and called it East Wind Driving.
Oh, that makes total sense.
Okay, let me check her
Yeah.
menu. Does she have burgers here
No
that might
burgers.
compete? No burgers. Okay. She says it's all right.
That's funny. You
like
learn
that.
something all the time. I always drive up through the gorge, you know,
The ice
on the way to
cream's
Hood
huge,
River. And I said, I was driving with my daughter, and I'm like, what is viento? And she goes, it's wind. It's Spanish, it means wind. I'm like, well, that makes total sense.
Okay.
Wind, wreaking all kinds of
Yeah, no
havoc up
kidding.
there. Naming things.
Do we want to
Yeah,
look
I
ahead
know.
this morning,
There's
Nina?
some great history, though.
You have one more in this series, right? You have one more Oregon in season.
Two more,
Oh.
and I don't know if Sarah knows. So we have 2 more Oregon in season coming up, and they're in the Portland area.
I don't know. It's a surprise. Don't
It
tell
is
me.
a surprise.
Don't tell me.
I think one might be at the Benson Hotel. We're going to get that worked out.
Okay.
We've got a month, you guys. Don't rush me.
I'm sorry.
Got a month. So we'll
No
figure
looking
it out.
ahead,
But yes,
Mr. Carney.
November and December.
My
Holiday
fault for looking
themed
forward.
Food for you.
Our goal
Yeah.
this morning, Nina, was to make
right, you guys, we're gonna let Sarah go.
No. Yes.
Oh,
we understand.
what?
No, we were going to make you an entire part of Sunrise Extra, and I think we are out of time. But Rod had
Well,
one more question, if you don't mind.
Important question. So,
Okay.
back to the fish market and the restaurant. What do they use different types of fish for like their fish and? You
Chips?
said they do fish and chips. Do they use different types of fish, or is it always one type? I want to know more about their fish and
Yeah,
chips.
so check out the menu. And Terry, you use whatever's in season for fish and chips, right?
Yes, but we also get the halibut all the time. Halibut, shrimp, cod, clam strips, oysters. With the sturgeon and salmon, which are locally caught, those are the ones that aren't always available.
Okay.
Okay.
We try to get it as much as we can, but we sold out of the sturgeon this year. I won't get any more until February.
Yeah.
And then the Columbia, the season's done, so everything is just going straight into the case.
I love that
What's the
menu board,
definition of
though.
Yeah,
a po'
great
boy?
menu board.
And Sarah will know this too.
Well, it's an open-faced sandwich. We get hoagie buns, hoagie rolls from Pine Street Bakery in Hood River, and we toast them and split it open, tartar sauce, stuff it with fish, coleslaw on top, and
Fill that baby up.
yeah, yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Gotta be hungry.
Oh yeah, I can see Rod putting one of those away.
I don't
for
like mayonnaise,
sure.
but I do like tartar sauce and I do like aioli. I can't explain why that is, but I do like the tartar sauce and the aioli.
You are
can't
finicky
explain
You're
boy.
a weird guy. I understand. Yes.
Hey, I noticed ceviche
All
on
right,
the
you
menu.
guys. There is ceviche.
We're messing with you now. We can let you go.
I know you're messing with me. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for having us. Come
Yeah,
to
that
Brigham
was
Fish Market.
great.
Check out Sarah and Terry's
They were
dish.
awesome.
And maybe if you're good, I'll bring you guys back some.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And hey,
Best.
that does it for Sunrise Extra. Let's sit as stiffly as we can. Thank you for joining us this morning on Sunrise Extra. We'll see you tomorrow.